808 is such a banger. Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Tashira Say. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 165 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man, MICNOTES, for that intro. Using that for like another week or so, and then moving on to something else. Shout out to everyone in the house right now, hanging with us in the chat, logged in or otherwise, because there's a number of you. Who we got here, man? Agent Smith, B.A. Mac is in the building. Black Mav, Dap Dunlap, Dixie Freely, DJ Promo, Dre Smith, Dunsworth, Gemini 4D, Ja Rose, Jelani Beats, Miss Lena is in the house, or should I say Miss soon-to-be Gemini 4D is in the house. Congratulations to you both. May you have many years together. Mr. Wallace is here. We got No One You Know, RTO Beats, my wife Samaya, and a number of people who have yet to log in. We just had a couple of other people. DJ D-Man's here. Davenport's here. I think I shouted out Ja Rose. I think I shouted out J Pass. Actually, no, I did not shout out J Pass. Shout out to him. Black Mav. I think I got just about everybody. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. All right. So, what are we doing? Well, we have our periods where we go through a bunch of different assignments, different types of assignments and challenges, different genres, different ideas, and so on. And to be honest, that could be a little bit tiring. And occasionally you just need a break from the restrictions and instructions and blah, blah, blah. You need to be able to just do what you like. So that's exactly what we are doing this week. Doing what we like. No restrictions, no special instructions, just create something new and kill it. And because of that, we have 16 entries tonight. Going to be a very nice show, I'm sure. So let's kick things off with the man representing Zurich, who has been doing incredible over these last several weeks. Props to you, my man. XZ Beats. as he will, yeah, let's try that again. As he will be known from this day forward, the man from Zurich, XZ Beats. That was dope. Man. He says the WHA 162 electronic music really inspired me to do more house and techno. Since I recently turned 19, I started going to more dance clubs. There they usually play techno, so I started to get into more of that genre. All made organically. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, bruh. See, that's why we do what we do. Because there's been several people who are used to making one style of beat, you know, before they get to CMA, and we do a bunch of stuff, as you know, and then eventually they find their way elsewhere. Like, man, I never thought about doing this before, and I was pretty dope when I did it. Maybe I should try a little bit more often. And XZ is one of those examples, my man. This is dope. I really liked everything. Sounded great in this beat. Everything flowed perfectly. Had a nice little intro, finally gets to the main part, has a little breakdown, switch up, that kind of thing, and then builds to, you know, throughout the rest of the song. It continues to change up a little bit and just bang, really. It's just a knocking beat. I really like this, XZ. I'm loving all of your work that you are getting in right now. My man, glad you finally decided to jump on board and started participating, and hopefully we will continue to get a lot of submissions from you, my man. Thank you for that. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go holler at this cat right here. This is DUNLAP. I see. DUNLAP doing his thing. Hey, man. I've said it many times. I have a very cool job with, you know, doing this stuff. And it is incredibly cool to be able to watch somebody as they start to get it and they start to find their way around and become a more imaginative and begin experimenting and doing things with their music and eventually growing and evolving. It is a very, very cool thing. DAP is becoming one of those newer examples. I really enjoy this track. It's kind of minimal, but it's very dope. I like all the sounds you used. I like how everything is mixed. I don't know if you really put a lot of detail in the mixing, but this was actually very cool. I like the drum sound as far as like the 808 and whatnot, and then the chords, the synth chords and bass and all that kind of stuff. This was very cool, man. I really enjoyed it. He says, I'm back. I call this work on the moon. Hope you all enjoy. Be well. #organic. Very, very dope. Like I said, it really feels like DAP is starting to click. It's starting to click for him, and he's starting to get it. And, you know, to be very honest, I'm not sure how long he's been making beats before CMA. I know he's been with CMA for about a year now. He's just now started to participate. And I could at least hear and imagine the wheels turning when I listen to his submissions nowadays. So props on that, DAP. Continue to do your thing, man. And thanks for coming and hanging out with us in the chat, man. Always. It's a good time to kick it with you, man. Thank you for that. All right, man. Let's go holler at this cat right here. This is a gentleman that's another example of a dude that's been getting it. He came in not too long before we ended last year. He still had a decent amount of submissions, but now this dude is really starting to click and started to get it. This is my guy who's hanging out with us tonight, Ja Rose. Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. Seeing people as they begin to get it and develop their style, or just getting better in general. Ja Rose is definitely all of that, straight up. He says, this track was mostly original with one sample stem from Illmind's All Flutes Everything. Really dope. The majority of the drum sounds were from Illmind, also Blap Kit 9. I programmed the drums in Battery 4. I used a few synths, including Serum. Nice. EQ and processing with Isotope, Slate Digital, Air Music, Waves, and Blue Cat. I thought I was only the person that used Blue Cat. I like Blue Cat stuff. Hashtag We Are CMA. That was dope, my man. I really enjoyed that. That is, and I'll kind of go with what BA just said, where it's almost like a trap / Bollywood. I wouldn't know if I would go Bollywood, but definitely like Middle Eastern, definitely something in that realm is kind of what it reminds me of. But, either one of us could be right or wrong. Didn't matter. But that is very dope what you did here. I like how everything sounded. Again, and I'm starting to see, some of the younger cats, so to speak, as far as people who haven't been here for long or working with us for long. I'm starting to see some of those people really understand and really implement like song structure. It doesn't always have to be, it definitely can't be 2.5, 3 minutes of one straight loop. It doesn't always have to be hook, verse. It could be, hook, verse, and then to a chorus or something like that, completely change the game. It doesn't always have to be the same. It's not always 8 bars, 16, however. But that being said, I'm really enjoying what Ja is doing. Ja is doing his thing. My man. Props to you for that, dude. Woo! Very, very dope. Thank you, Ja. All right, man. Let's come on up to Detroit and holler at this gentleman right here. So this is another one that's been developing and getting better and better. This is No One You Know. I see. No one. I see. I see what's happening here. Yo, I have to give this dude props. This right here is easily, and we keep getting to this. We keep revisiting this particular statement. This is definitely the best thing he's done to date. Definitely. And he keeps elevating. He keeps making strides and going, better and better and bigger and higher every single time. Just stay on that path. This was dope. No one. I don't have anything in its submission that he wrote, but this is dope. I don't know what song that was you chopped. I don't care. As far as I know, I don't recognize it, which is a good thing. Number 2, the chops you used were dope. The way you chopped and sequenced the entire track, A1. The drums, A1. Really, really enjoyed that. Major props on the hi-hats. Didn't go too crazy. Had moments where it was sped up to like maybe like a triplet or something like that. But it wasn't constant. It was constantly changing, which was dope. And as far as the volume, it was subtle. It wasn't high and annoying. It was very subtle. It's almost like he filtered the entire song that he did and just kind of kept it kind of muted and kind of subtle. I don't know if that's what he did, but I really like the tone and the sound of this track. Moved on, and right after, I want to say maybe around the 210 or something like that, then completely dropped it out where it was just the main vocal chop. Da, 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 da. That was dope. Then did another thing, another vocal part where it kind of built up, only to bring in the main part again and then fade out. Bravo, dog. This was dope. This was dope. No one. You're on your way. Please continue, man. Don't take your foot off the gas, because we've been here before and I've seen times where it's like you get to this height and then next week or two you kind of slip back just a little bit. Keep your foot on the gas, dude. Keep it going. This was great. And again, to date, this is your best work. Please keep it going. My man, that was dope. Very, very dope. Thank you for that, my man. All right. So we got an individual, somebody I respect, greatly appreciate their talent, and they don't come around often at all. But that person has decided to come back today to make their 2017 debut. Not happy that it's taken so long for them to come back through, but I'm happy that they have actually made it back to make their debut. Ladies and gentlemen, B.A. Mac. B.A. Mac, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's get something straight. If you don't get from away from me with this 1 minute, 30-second submission, B.A., the hell is wrong with you, dog? 1 minute, 30 seconds, y'all. We've waited 3/4 of a year to hear from her again, and she gives us a 1 minute, 30-second submission. The hell is wrong with you? She says, greetings from the land of about time you submitted something. What is wrong with you, man? This is what I'm talking about, man. Mac is so dope, okay? Disregard the fact that the track is only 1 minute and 30 seconds. This was dope. Very dope. Stupid. I love the way it started out real subtle. It's like an intro, as an intro should be. And then when the track kicks in, boy, does it kick in. The whole main sequence is stupid. I love I don't know if that was a sample or if it was completely organic. And I know B actually has a guitar as well as a bass. I'm wondering if she played the guitar in this joint. If so, props. But the synth bass and like the synth pads and stuff like that, and the synth hit, stupid. There was like some flute in there. I want to say that was part of a sample. I think I could be wrong. This was just nasty, B. Come on, man. You got to get back in here, man. You got to get in here way more often. Please. Everybody in the chat, get this woman to participate more often. I've tried. I constantly talk to her. I'm constantly hitting her up. Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up? Everything good? When you coming back to participate? Man, this is why B.A. Mac is dope. Period. Turn in something, damn it. Thank you, B.A. All right, man. Let's go holler at my guy right here. One half of Double Negative Peoples. This is my dude, MICNOTES.
Double negative people.
Yeah. What the hell was that, Notes? This dude come with, what was the name of that old show? Was it The Outer World or something? Outer Limits? Sound like the theme song to The Outer Limits or something. You know me, I like to do me. Well, this week I had to do something great, I hope. Okay, when I wrote this, it was Father's Day, so salute to all the fathers. Same to you. We love the little people. So use this day to make this song. Started and finished the assignment all in one day. Had to work before someone calls. Work fast before someone calls. And he's talking about the notes is with his job. He's always on call. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with production again. The dust is definitely off. Nice. And working on this 80%. Let's go. We got the green light. Plug motor impact. We got the green light. Okay. Plug. Okay. I got it. Motor impact. Happy Father's Day gift to myself. So he used the motor impact Native Instruments machine expansion, which is actually pretty dope. All Detroit techno stuff. Purchased it Saturday night. Started on the beat Sunday morning. Side note: London Grit on standby. Nice. This was dope, man. Notes is getting. He's another one that I can say that I've known Notes for a few years at this point. I've listened to a lot of his music and I really like it. But now this dude is getting more comfortable with just experimenting and taking risks. And it's actually been paying off. It really has been paying off, all of the stuff that he's been experimenting with. This was crazy. This was very crazy. Very ambient, atmospheric. I really like the sounds. I really like the way the beat actually moved and progressed. Very, very sci-fi. Like I say, it sounded like something from the Outer Limits or like a new X-Files or something like that. Very, very dope work here, Mike. And it's always been dope work, but now it's becoming better and better. My man, way to kill it. Thanks for that, my man. All right, let's give us a quick shout outs, man. We had a couple people step in over the time that we've been playing. We got a few people that have not checked in yet. Feel free to log in using your Facebook account and come holler at us. But we got Jay Bishop in the building. Definitely. Don't know if I shouted out promo. Shout out to him. Shout out to Dap. Shout out to Davenport. I think I got everybody so far. So thank y'all for joining us tonight, man. Really, really, really appreciate y'all. Okay. Let's go on over to the land of the liars. The Liars of Chicago. Up first, the guy, Agent Smith, 78.
Agent. All in love.
Yeah, you already know what's going down. Before I go any further, the person I was thinking it was someone else I wanted to shout out. And it's Lockturnal and Ron B. Shout out to them, as well as Miss Tiffany is watching as well. Props to y'all. All right, back to liar number one. He says, I just did my usual crap for this one. A special shout out to Mrs. Smith, his wife, for picking the samples using the submission. Hopefully it's decent. Shut up, AS. Shut the hell up. Yo, this was dope. Very dope. Definitely Isley Brothers Summer Breeze. Nice. Very nice chops on that. Very nice use on that. Sounded like it was some other elements in there that may have been organic. Very cool on that as well. I like the drums and drum programming. I like the way that it actually flowed, and you had a few different sequences, drops and mutes, all the standard stuff that I would like in our tracks. And it was definitely there. Very dope, and as usual, he's downplaying it. Good Lord, man. I don't like you people in Chicago. Nah, that was very dope, I guess. Thank you, my man. And now, to the other half of the Chicago Liars, a.k.a. Alternative Facts. This is Jelani Beats. Man, this dude, Jelani, dog. Now, if you remember the conversation last week, is that, we got together. There was a few of us in the community that are actually fairly close. Got together like, yo, we got to figure out what the hell's going on with you. And then, to kind of finalize everything, that Dixie steps in with his knowledge of mixing and whatnot and really, really help lock things down for Jelani. This dude's back this week, and I've always said dude makes very dope music. He has the dope music this week as well as the dope mix. Sounds very good, my man. It's not squashed, it's not low and lifeless. Now it's coming around. That's what I'm talking about, Jelani. This was dope. Don't know what sample you used, and you sure as hell didn't tell me anything in the submission. But the way you used it, I'm assuming it's a guitar jazz joint. The way you used it, good Lord, I love the chops, man. And there were so many of them. There was a few different sections with different patterns of the same, of chops from the same record. Obviously, you could hear that. But what he used, how he sequenced them, good Lord, man. I can only imagine how many chops you actually had for each group, because I know you use Machine. I can only imagine how many different chops, because it sounded like it was several that you use per pattern. Either way, man, this was incredibly dope. And I'm tired of you and your cohort over there in Chi-Town. Y'all need to shut the hell up. Freaking liars, dog. Nah, I love it, man. Thank you for that, Jelani. Really dope. Stay on the path, bro. Please. Thank you, man. All right. Let's go down south. Even more south than where the south that you think I'm speaking of. We're going to leave the continental U.S. borders and go holler at my man's down in Puerto Rico. That would be my man, DJ Promo.
DJ Promo.
Man, listen. This dude promos on a mission. That was dope. Big up to our share and everybody listening to the podcast. Do what you like. Well, I like to sample. So I went through my stash of underground Latino blogs and found some traditional music from South America, Chile, to be exact, and went to town. Hope the crew likes it. One. That was crazy, dog. Dog, them. I want to say flamenco, but I'm not 100%. If I'm not sure if that translates to Chile like it does in Mexico. But the guitars is what I'm getting at. The guitars were so stupid. Oh my God, that was crazy. That was perfect. And I've talked about this in songs before where, you know, it's cool to have some repetition in the songs. It's cool to have some certain things that kind of drive the beat, and that the guitar licks drive the beat, even though they're not constant. They're not the same throughout because he changes the chops. But having those drive the beat and everything else kind of follow is what's up. I really, really like those guitars. The drum work, stupid as usual, it's promo. Other chops and sequences, stupid as usual, is promo. But one thing that was really dope, I want to say it was around the 130. He had this one sequence where it was just like, I think it was the drums that pitched up at a couple of different hits and had one snare with a delay. I believe that's what I heard. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. But man, that was a really dope fill-in. And then to bring it right back to the main part, stupid. Bravo. Bravo, promo. My brother's killing it, man. And hopefully you got everything fixed to where you can participate a lot more often now, man. Thank you for that, bro. Good Lord. That was sickening. All right, let's go over here and holler at this man. This is another one of the founding fathers, so to speak. And he has been doing his thing. Glad to have him with us. Still, this is my man, RAYGENE. Good Lord. RAYGENE, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, he has given me nothing to read for the submission. But man, a couple people have alluded to it in the chat. Said this is pinky ring music. Straight up pimp music. Yo, this is stupid, RAYGENE. God, this dude is in such a groove right now with what he's doing. Like I said, he's kind of gone into, he has this thing that he's doing now where he actually has the main, like an intro, and the main part of the song, you know, which would basically be the hook, kicks in, and it normally sounds really dope, but now it breaks down to where it's something minimal when it comes to the verse, and I really like where he does that. It's actually pretty cool, but I'm starting to notice a pattern, and we got to get out of those particular type of patterns. I will just say that and keep it moving. But this was dope. His drum work, his drum selection always sounds good. And then his drum work, because he does like fill-ins and stuff like that with his drums that sounds so dope, and they fit his style perfectly. So that was played a part here. Piano and whatever rotating sound that he had going on, that was really dope. He had some brass in there at some parts. This is dope. This is a very slow, almost something for like an action movie, you know what I'm saying? A certain part, like if they're going to do a heist, prepping for it, or just rolling up to the spot where they're actually going to heist, that would be cool for something like that. I really like what RAYGENE is doing. But however, like I said, I have to point out, it's starting to get to a point where it's almost formulaic with, you know, the big heavy part, and then the minimal part, and it keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down, as far as the, what I want to say, the tone of the song. So something we definitely might want to look at there, RAYGENE. But overall, very dope, my man. Very dope. Loving what you're doing. Please keep doing it. Thank you for that, my man. All right, let's go holler at this dude. The man who has been holding it down every week. In the north of the Carolinas, this is Ron B.
Cadillac is a wonderland. Got you listening like feds, no contraband. Real product to get the crowd up. Add flavor to the flow like sweet and sour. Any sample is a spark, I just feed it power. Making $1 million beats in my Eddie Bowers. Yeah.
Man, listen, this dude Ron is doing work, putting in work every week. And I'm trying to think, he has been on, I want to say he's participated every week this year so far. He may have missed one. I can't think of what it may have been. But from the Dilla tribute, the Bang to the Bang show, to the intro for the year, I think dude has been banging out every single week. All heat. This dude is doing work right now. Props to you, man. And his submission, he says, just a little head nod satisfaction. This dude, dog, the drums, drum work, the chops. I don't know where this sample came from. I don't even know if the sample where it sounds like somebody is laughing or whatnot, I don't even know if that came from the same place. Don't care. The way in which he chopped and used those samples, stupid. This dude is crazy with these chops, yo. Different sections. And it's like he never loses momentum throughout. I really like that. Ryan, I would say we are very similar because I like energy. I like boom, boom, boom throughout. And for the most part, the submissions that I really, really, really like from Ron are the same thing. Same thing throughout, just a bunch of energy, head nod action, as he just said. Really dope, man. Few different sections with different chops and whatnot, but then, ladies and gentlemen, MC Ron B. I think that was around like the 130 come in, nice little verse. And I really like that because we've had people who have tried to submit stuff where they rap before, and they want to rap over the entire beat. Like, dude, I'm not here to listen to you rap. I'm here to listen to you make beats or the beats that you have made. So it's a really dope surprise or accent when, you know, you get Ron or RTO has done it before where it's just a little small section of the song and then we go back to the beat. That's what I'm talking about. Very, very dope, Ron. You are my man. You have been killing it. You continue to kill it. And please, please, please continue to do so. My man. Check over here, man. Make sure we got everybody called out. I think we got everybody, man. Looking good. Shout out to everybody that's hanging with us right now. Appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Let's go on over to the DMV, man. Go holler at my brother right here. Black Mav. Good Lord. Black Mav, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, WHA 165, you caught me at a bad time. I sometimes struggle with lulls in being able to create. I tend to feel that my output is redundant, and as a result, I scrap many ideas that I come up with during that particular period and usually do nothing associated with music. Been there. So after scrapping 4 other joints, shut up, Mav, I finally decided to see this one through. Plus, there was a deadline. Yeah. And I didn't submit anything last week. LOL. This is the main reason why I joined CMA. Of course, I could have done this on my own, but knowing that others go through this too makes it worthwhile to turn in something. Hopefully y'all dig it. Hashtag we are CMA. I'm looking at the chat and it's like all mad faces. It's crazy, dog. So this is why I rock with Mav, dog. So Mav is nasty. Well, let me point this out. Mav is a multi-musicianalist, multi-instrumentalist. I don't know why I said musicianalist. That was dumb. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He actually plays keys, physical keys, as well as QWERTY keys, because he uses Reason, as well as he is a damn good drummer. He has a really dope electronic drum set at the crib, and he posts a lot of stuff on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. And he's actually done some of his drum work and piano work, obviously, for his production, some of the submissions as well. So it's always a treat to hear stuff from Mav, because one thing I really like about Mav, and even though he says, you know, sometimes he gets into these periods where he feels he's redundant, I don't think I've ever heard anything from Mav to where I know it's Mav, but it doesn't sound the same. You see what I'm saying? It seems like he comes up with something different every single time. I absolutely love that. It's never the same formulaic, you know, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, verse. It's always really dope samples, really dope drums and bass lines. Obviously, this dude is nasty on his bass lines. Plus crazy swing, left and right, front and back, all that kind of stuff. But as I was saying, it's not to where it's hook, verse. He always does something different to where it's going to be a change up. And I'm not just talking about changing the pattern. I'm talking about to where the song structure changes, where it's going to go from possibly hook, verse, and then go into a really dope chorus, you know, or bridge or something like that, and then come back to, you know, a different part, or he's actually done it to where he's changed the last third of the song completely. I really love that about Mav, and this dude continues to grow. And now we have him on the team. We got this dude on a weekly schedule for the most part, where he's producing joints. Man, listen. I'm done talking about you, Mav. The hell out of my face. Thanks, man. All right, let's go back down south. Back down to the Carolinas. Let's talk to this dude right here. Gamma Pods, a.k.a. DJ Nocturnal.
Good morning. This is your wake-up call.
DJ Nocturnal, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell, man? He says, that was me on the vocoder. If you guys think it's good, I think I may Bandcamp the long version. And see, I know there's a longer version now, just based on the last 10 seconds or so of the song, where it seemed like it was going to an entirely different place. It was already really dope. It already did its thing. Nice intro, really dope main part, switch it up a couple of times, do some other stuff, break it down, bring it back. And this is something that I'm really, really loving about Locke these days. I think it's around the 2:15, where he is becoming the king of build-ups. And what I mean by that is, if you listen to that part again, what I'm saying, like around the 2:10, that where it just starts, everything starts rising up. You know, the sound is going, and he has like snares and kicks and everything following it. And then it just builds up to this one part, and that's when it gets to the entirely different part, then abruptly fades out. So yeah, there's got to be a long version to this. I definitely would like to hear it. Overall, man, it's freaking Locke. It's Locke Turtle, man. This dude has been killing it since been killing it. I think I'm just gonna call him that now. Been killing it. First name Ben, last name killing it. Man, come on, Locke. What the hell, man? What the hell? Thank you, Locke. That was dope, man, as usual. And I really, 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 I know you said it's in the works, but let me reinforce my stance. I really want to hear and see and hear a project from you. I need to purchase it. Oh, speaking of which, for anybody that's watching right now, there's a number of people at CMA who have released projects over the last year plus. They are all available on our website. Come to computermusicacademy.com/releases. And there's an entire page of all the projects from all of the people who have released projects over the last year. Go check that out. Support all the people, all of our artists. Please, 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 please. And as soon as Locke brings his project out, I will be adding it to that page. So thank you again, Locke. Props to you, my man. All right, let's go on over to the Midwest right now. Let's talk to this gentleman right here. He and his wife hanging out as usual. And now, Dixie Freely. Dixie Freely. For this week's Do What You Like, I decided to interpolate my favorite In Vogue song, Give It Up, Turn It Loose. As soon as it hit and you heard that bow, I was like, oh, damn, here we go. Which, like most of their songs, was produced by the legendary production duo, Foster and McElroy of Club Nouveau. I did not know that's who that was. Okay, nice. In Vogue was unique because of all 4 original members were lead singers. True, very impressive. Outside of their vocal chops and drum break, everything was replayed. I hope to get an A for effort from the biggest In Vogue fans I know. My sister Amanda and our sister BG. Later. Yeah, shout out to Blessed Girl. BG is a huge In Vogue fan. She's met them a few times and she can tell you everything you need to know about them and their music and their personal lives and more. Shout out to BG. This was stupid. Very stupid. It has that signature Dixie Freely snare with reverb. I love how he uses that. It's not hitting on every 2 and 4, at least that one in particular. At least I don't think it was. And that's why I really like it. When it hits, it's like, wow. And in some cases, he actually puts like a delay, almost like a ping pong on it in some songs. But really liked how this played out as far as, you know, chopping up some of the original vocals. And then he plays everything else out. And, you know, Dixie is becoming a beast when it comes to the instrumentation stuff. I really like what he's doing with that. But this was crazy, man. Crazy. Another signature of Dixie is he gets to like a certain part. So it's at this time, it's almost at 1.5 minutes to where the song completely drops and he has like some really soft elements, some little vocals and whatnot. And it builds up into back into the main part of the song. It plays and it fades out. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Dixie. I don't know how you do it every week, but you do it, bro. My man. Thank you for that. That was stupid, man. Absolutely stupid. Let's keep it going, man. Let's go holler at my brother right here. See what he's doing this week. My man, your man, RTO Beats. Man, listen. Look, major props to RTO on this one thing. And I know he's not the only one to do it, but he actually is successful in using some of the same sounds he's used in, I want to say definitely one other submission, that he used a couple of the same sounds here and made it sound really dope. Nothing like the original track, because I mean, I kind of got a mental catalog of all the stuff that's been submitted over the last 5 years, believe it or not. I just got a memory like that. And as soon as that one guitar riff hit, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what he used. Wait a minute, he's actually used that before. Okay, cool. But the way he replayed those same guitars, I should say, really, really dope how he did that. This was so mellow and so smooth and so dope. It was ridiculous, man. Just nice cruising music. This was really smooth, RTO. The tempo, really dope. Just nice. Yeah, I could really, really, really get into that. Like the way you had the main section, then you changed it up entirely. It had some voices and everything in there. Couple of other things. I mean, it changed probably about 3 or 4 times throughout. But then the way you brought it all back, after all said and done, brought it all back to the main sequence. Very, very dope, man. I really enjoyed this. This is easily one of my favorite tracks from you. By far, this was dope, man. Props to you on that. Y'all been bringing the heat tonight, man. So let's see what this last cat is going to do. Making his re-debut of the year. This is the Professor, Mr. Wallace.
It wasn't me who fucked up.
Oh, really? So who did? Why the fuck are we here?
Listen, all you need to do is keep your head through the bail hearing. Got a good shot at bringing you home here.
Then what? You want to take the weight for all the shit in the trunk of that car? Where's Wallace at? Where's the boy, Strain? Where's Wallace? That's all I want to know. Where the fuck is Wallace? Huh? Look at me. Look at me! Where the fuck is Wallace? Huh?
Mr. Wallace, closing out episode 165 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. I don't even know what to say after that, yo. I'm just going to read the damn submission. How about that? Time away from music gave me some perspective. I see how we really all have our own style, and it's magical to hear everybody developing. I'm so proud of this team. And that's it. Man, listen. When we call this dude the professor, when we dubbed him that, it was for a very, very, very obvious reason. This dude is scientifical. Is that even a term? He's very scientific with how he puts his songs together. As a lot of the people, you know, not a lot of the people, as everybody that eventually ends up closing the show. You know, Locke, Dixie, RTO, Wallace. This was dope. This is why we call him the professor. Very scientific, very, I can't think of the other term, but scientific is perfect. Meticulous. Perfect to describe this. The way this dude puts tracks together, pretty much on a weekly basis, he does this kind of stuff. And if you're new to the show, thank you. Go back and watch some of the older shows, especially any of the ones that he is attached to. And you can hear this dude produce greatness like this all the time. This was nasty, Wallace. First of all, as always, and that's, you know, his tag, at least that's where his tag comes from. I am a huge fan of The Wire. I love The Wire. I watched all 5 seasons and enjoyed them all. So every time he uses that, where's the boy string? Where's Wallace? I love that. I get geeked. But he used more of that scene as the intro. Came in, main part, stupid. Absolutely stupid. And it just continued to get more and more stupid throughout. That's the best way to describe it. Because around the 2:15, 2:20, completely changed into another beat. And it was more up-tempo, almost kind of trap style, somewhat. But more, I would say more Detroit electronic is what it more reminds me of. And then the hi-hats were panning left and right. It sounded so ill in my headphones, yo. But even beyond that, he had this one part, and it played probably about 3 times in that last part, where it was kind of a fill-in, basically, where it was some horns, that built up, and he just started doing some other stuff. This was sickening, Wallace. I freaking hate you, man. You can't take off for that long anymore. I understand why you did. Respect that, but I don't have to like it. I sure as hell don't like it. But I do like when you come back and you do stuff like this. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you, man. That was stupid. Absolutely stupid. Good Lord, man. So we had another great show tonight. Get some shouts out to the people who are still with us. Shout out to Fields just coming through. A.S. Agent Smith, Black Mav, Dab Dunlap, Davenport, Dixie, Freely, DJ D-Man, DJ Promo, Fields just stepped into the building. Gemini 4D, Ja Rose, Jelani Beats, Miss Lena, again, congratulations to you and Gemini. Mr. Wallace, no one you know, RTO Beats, my wife Samaya, who else? Davenport, DJ Nocturnal, Dre Smith, J-Paz, I think I said Black Math, and I think I got everybody. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at computermusicacademy.com/live. And if you would like to be amongst the great talent pool here at CMA, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It is that simple. Before I go, real quick, I have to bring down the mood just a little bit so we can give props. Today, we lost one of our legendary MCs and artists in the hip-hop industry by the name of Prodigy from the legendary group, the infamous Mobb Deep. I know he had been dealing with sickle cell for a number of years, probably all of his life now that I think about it. But in the later years, it obviously caught up with him and it looks like it took him out. So I want to give major props to him for being one of the dopest MCs ever, one of the greatest artists that have ever graced a stage, a studio, and influenced so many of us. Thank you, sir. May you rest in peace. Props to all of his friends, family, and fans. And for anybody that's a hip hop fan, a Mobb Deep fan, many props to you as well. And we have to continue the legacy. We have to continue building the industry and doing great things, making better music. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will talk to you next time. See ya!